I take a start with the name of Allah Almighty, who is the most gracious and the most merciful. I want to say welcome to all the students of 9th class. We are going to start our math subject. We continue our unit 1, which is about matrices and determinants. As we have discussed, matrix is a formation of a collection of real numbers which are enclosed in brackets. Today we will discuss different types of matrices. After knowing this, we will be able to understand how to enter the entries of a matrix in different formations. Different types of matrices are pronounced as row matrix, column matrix, rectangular matrix, square matrix, zero matrix. It is also known as null matrix, identity matrix, and it can also be called unit matrix. Scalar matrix, diagonal matrix, symmetric matrix, skew symmetric matrix, negative of a matrix, and transpose of a matrix. These are 13 different types of matrices. Now we will discuss all these types one by one. First of all, here is a row matrix. We can define a row matrix as if a matrix has only one row, then it is called a row matrix. For example, you can see on your screen, a matrix A is a row matrix because it has only one row. The order of a matrix A is 1 by 3 because here is only one row and 3 columns, but it doesn't matter how many columns are there. There must be only one row in the row matrix. Next is column matrix, which states that if a matrix has only one column, then it is called a column matrix. Number of rows in a column matrix may be any integer, but the number of column is always 1. For example, you can see in 3 matrices, number of column is 1 and number of rows are different, but this is a column matrix because it has only one column. Number of rows may be different, it doesn't matter how many rows are there. Number of column must be 1 in column matrix. Now I explain rectangular matrix. It contains more than one element, and number of rows and number of columns in a rectangular matrix is not same. As you can see in the first example, here are 4 rows and 2 columns. It means that number of rows and number of columns are not same. In the second example, you can see here are 2 rows and 5 columns. Here is also a number of rows and number of columns are different. So we can say this type of matrix are rectangular matrix. Here M represents the number of rows and N represents the number of columns. In rectangular matrix, M not equal to N. The condition of the square matrix is that its number of rows and columns must be same. For example, in the matrix A, you can see here are 2 rows and 2 columns. So, matrix A is a square matrix. Similarly, in the matrix B, here are 3 rows and 3 columns. So, matrix B is also a square matrix. In square matrix, number of rows must be equal to number of columns. Now I explain zero matrix, which is also called null matrix. A matrix is said to be zero matrix if all of its entries are 0. For example, in matrix A, all the elements are 0, so matrix A is called a zero matrix. There may be as many rows and columns as required, but it doesn't matter how many rows and how many columns are there. The condition is that all the entries in the matrix must be 0. So we can say this type of matrix is a 0 or null matrix. Now we will discuss how to take the transpose of a matrix. For example, if we have any matrix, as you can see, first matrix, here are 4 elements in the first matrix, which are 3, 4, 2 and 1. In the first row there are 2 elements 3 and 4. The first row will become the first column of the second matrix, and there are 2 elements in the second row of first matrix, which are 2 and 1. The second row of first matrix will become the second column of the second matrix. In this way we will take the transpose of a matrix. It can also be explained by another example. For example, a matrix is given in which 2 rows and 3 columns are described. A transpose is represented by a capital letter T on the top right side of the bracket. When we take the transpose of a matrix, the first row will become the first column of second matrix and second row will become the second column of the second matrix. In this way we can take the transpose of a matrix. Now we will discuss how to take the negative of a matrix. When we take the negative of a matrix, the sign of all the entries in the required matrix are changed. For example, we have a matrix A which has 4 elements, which are -1, 2, -2 and 5. When we take the negative of A, it will give us -A, and the sign of all the entries are changed in this matrix, which are 1, -2, 2 and -5. We can also do it in another example. We have a matrix in which 4 elements are 2, -4, 7 and 10. When we take the negative of this matrix, the sign of all the entries are changed in the required matrix. As you can see, the +2 is become the -2, -4 is become the +4, +7 is become the -7 and +10 is become the -10. All the signs are changed in the required matrix. In this way we can take the negative of a matrix. Now it's a time to describe symmetric matrix. A square matrix is said to be symmetric if it is equal to its transpose. For example, we have a matrix A which is a square matrix. If we take the transpose of a matrix A and it is also equal to the matrix A, then this type of matrix is called symmetric matrix. For example, we have a matrix A whose elements are 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 5, 3, 5, 8. When we take the transpose of a square matrix A, it will give us the same value like that of A. So we can say matrix A is a symmetric matrix. In skew symmetric matrix, when we take the transpose of any matrix, it will give us the negative of that matrix. For example, we have a matrix A in which 9 elements are given, which are 0, 3, -2, -3, 0, 4, 2, -4 and 0. When we take the transpose of matrix A by changing the positions of rows and columns of matrix A, we will get the same values like in matrix A, but in the transpose of matrix A, signs are changed. That's why we can call this matrix equal to negative of matrix A. This type of matrix is called a skew symmetric matrix. Now we will talk about diagonal matrix. We can define it as a square matrix is called a diagonal matrix if at least any one of the entries of its diagonal place is not 0. and all other entries in the matrix are 0. For example, you can see on your screen a diagonal matrix is given in which 3 entries on the diagonal places are not 0. Diagonal place means that common point of each row and column. For example, -1 is at the place of the point where first row and first column meet. 1/3 is at the place where second row and second column meet. Similarly, 5 is at the place where last row and last column meet. So all these are diagonal places. If any one of these numbers is not 0 in the diagonal place, then this type of matrix is called a diagonal matrix. But on all other places there must be 0 in the diagonal matrix. In this example, diagonal places are filled with real numbers, but all other entries are not 0, so this is not a diagonal matrix. For diagonal matrix, there is a necessary condition that all other entries except the diagonal place must be 0. Now we will discuss scalar matrix. A diagonal matrix is called scalar matrix if all the entries on the diagonal place are same. For example, in this matrix, diagonal places have the same number 2. So this is called a scalar matrix. This number may be 3, this number may be 4, but the condition is that all the numbers on diagonal places must be same. If a diagonal place has same number in a matrix and all other entries are 0, then this is called a scalar matrix. Identity matrix is also called a unit matrix, and unit means 1. So we can say that if all the entries on the diagonal places are 1 and all other entries are 0 in a matrix, then this type of matrix is called identity matrix. Thanks to all of you for sharing your precious time. Wish you all the very best. Allah Hafiz.